How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. Today, we're looking at Sol'kanar. Um, this is one of the decks that I was cleaning up my deck list, and I saw it, and then I looked through my YouTube videos, and I'm 80% sure that we never played it, but I built it. I think I built it, and then I was like, I kind of like Nicol Bolas better. I don't know. Did we play this? I feel like we... I don't know. That's the issue, and I can't find it, so I don't... Because I don't always put the name of the commander in the video title. So sometimes it's like, oh, we're Grixis Sack, and it's like, okay, sure, we're Grixis Sack, but what did we actually do? So this one I'm going to put up, and I'm going to title it Sol'kanar, so that way I know in the future that we played Sol'kanar, and that we don't need to play more Sol'kanar. So Thassa is a way to get around Sol'kanar's drawback, because he will give himself away if you're not careful. We have 2 Wrath, both are imminent, so it doesn't matter which one they take. And if they don't take one, we'll just Xander. Yeah, taking the cheaper one's probably a decent choice. But if you play Gissa, I will just untap Wrath. In fact, I might just play my commander and untap Wrath. Hey there, Black. How you been? Submit 0. I'll draw a card. Kind of need a card, actually. Is there any good relevant abilities on him? So we can remove a creature, or we can blink him and just draw a card again. I might just blink him and draw a card again if that's possible. I don't know if it is. Take action. We'll remove him to the command zone. Like, we don't have the mana to cast him again, and we could conceivably Blood for Bones, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we don't have 7, so there's no point in doing that, but we can Yahenni. And I think I'll just stay back on blocking. He doesn't get to sacrifice an artifact. No, it's only another creature. We might just stop the zombie beats. Have you heard the Xander news? It's only 1 card, so they're not like... It's not the worst for them. But we actually get a blink Xander, so... It does get worse. Two removal spells out of hand, like that's good. I am just gonna blink Xander at the end of my turn, opponent. Like, I know getting more cards is good, but the disadvantage is gonna be bad. You probably don't want that zombie around, actually. Rude. Okay. We'll draw a card. I appear to be better at playing Magic today than I am on an average day, which is pretty good. Like, we did the Kalia deck just a little bit ago, and that was a pretty pretty convincing sweep. Sure. I think we get rid of Gissa. They can recast her, right? But then if we kill her, it's all over. But with the current hand setup, with killing her is going to be the issue, right? Sol'kanar? Decline. Draw a card. Raze-Boar could actually do it. Sol'kanar is just kind of a safe bet, you know? I think they've ramped enough, though, that if we kill Gissa, she's still just going to come back. This could be rough. Ouch. It's a shame Ilharg doesn't have haste. Hey, there's Dreadhorde Merchant. Davriel. Let's shrink that Gissa a bit. Is there any reason to get him back? No, not at the moment. I think this is our game 1, isn't it? Yeah, this is our game 1. 7 minutes, it should be. It's just been a bit drag out knockdown, right? And that's surprising. I think after this I'm gonna have to record my Minecraft update video, which is just gonna be really, really sad. For some reason this week, all I could think about in that regard is copper. So I mined a bunch of copper so that I can make myself a copper floor. Which I know you're thinking, why would you even need to do that? That doesn't make much sense. Well, let's kill us a Gissa. Cancel. Resolve. The Gissa still dies though, so the Dreadhorde Merchant just gets exiled. We don't get the extra treasure though, which is unfortunate. Like, I remember when people were experimenting with Sol'kanar control in Standard. That was a really fun time to be playing Standard. So based off that interaction, yeah. Move to command zone. Yeah, I'll discard. Don't need that lounge. So Davriel's protection's up. So if they attack us, they have to discard a card. And if they can't... Well, they have to, right? Sol'kanar. So I think I have to do it like this. Yeah. Yeah, and now I can deal 3 damage every turn. Like, our commanders are very expensive now. We've had a time of it, killing each of those commanders. Yeah, so I normally don't do bulk recordings. But with Brothers of War coming up, I know it's still like 10 days away. But with it coming up, I'm just getting more and more excited about it. I guess Davriel can go. Like, he's done his job, right? As far as board presence go, we have the advantage. River's Rebuke? There you go, opponent. Now you have something to play. And we can start doing damage again. So Thassa, draw a card. So anytime you see me play Grixis deck, just rest assured that there's a Nicol Bolas in it, okay? He's just too cool. Like, I love me a Nicol Bolas. I think we win. Like, I don't see how we don't win at this point. Because we have 11 power. Next. There we go. Game 1, done. On to game 2. I know, it's kind of refreshing to play a lot of different things. Because recently I've been doing more... I don't know, I felt that we were doing more of just like... I don't know, I just felt there wasn't as much variety recently, but... You know, we're bouncing back and forth between green and white and black and blue and red, so... I don't know, I feel like we've been doing better in that regard. Free mulligan. This is worse. This is much worse. Mulligan again? Yeah, I'll take this, actually. Citadel can probably go. It's probably the best card in our hand, but... It's not that great, actually. Our unfortunate playstyle did mean that Epiphany is in hand, which is not where it needs to be. That can go to the bottom because we kind of need lands. We're set up for a Storm's Wrath, which is good. I hope that they just kind of play out threats this turn. If they do that, we should be fine. Although green's pacing does mean that when they get up to 4 mana, generally their creatures get up to 4 power. And if they get anywhere beyond that, Storm's Wrath isn't going to do the job, right? So if they manage to play, like, a Lovestruck Beast this turn, our Wrath won't do much, because it's just going to leave them with a 5/5. Yeah, actually, I will take a land. Thank you. Blood Crypt seems fine. Decline, because that's gonna put it in tapped either way. One of the weird things about Arena is that you'll get the prompt from the Shocklands. As it enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 life. You don't enter the battlefield tapped, even when it has to enter tapped. This might be telegraphing too hard. Let's get rid of Rada. Now they gotta draw land if they want to play Gruul shenanigans. To be fair, we're gonna have to draw land if we want to beat Gruul shenanigans, but we have 4, they have 2, so we have an advantage. There's our advantage, playing up to it being an advantage. That one? I'll draw a card. Yeah, Sol'kanar Blink is actually insanely good. This is why I wish that there was a Thassa style effect in every standard. There is one in standard at the moment. It's Teleportation Gate, I think. Is that still legal or is that not legal? I don't know if that's legal. It might not be. But we've won this game, unfortunately, for our opponent. Like, we're 9 mana to 2. The Rada deck kind of needs lands to function. Sorry, opponent. That's just how shufflers shuffle sometimes. Well, that's 2 games in a row. If we can get another one, that'll be 2 3-0s in a single evening. That's pretty good. If that has something to do with just playing more at a given time, we might have to start doing more bulk recordings, because I'd like to win a little bit more in some of the games we play. I know I don't seem that competitive, but it does get you down a bit when some of the decks that you've spent a decent amount of time building just fail to function and get nowhere. Because it's like, you want it to be entertaining, but you also don't want it to be a complete wash, right? Decline. We're up against a Joyra deck. Joyra is actually really, really cool. I like me a Joyra. Hopefully Augur can find us a removal spell. No such luck. Although our good friend Thassa was about to show up to the party again. So on turn 3 we can play Palladium Mare. I was gonna Mind Stone, but just couldn't do it. Because if I Mind Stone, I only have 2 mana left over, and that wouldn't have been enough for Palladium Mare. Maze Mind Tome. That's kind of neat. Yeah, like, the Joyra decks are really interesting, and they're gonna get a lot better when Brothers War comes out. Because Arena, in its lifetime, has not really had a proper artifact set. Like, Kamigawa had an artifact sub-theme, but it wasn't its strongest suit. And we did have, Kaladesh Remastered, but that didn't give us, like, all of the cards from it, and, like, the energy sub-theme kind of ate into the artifact side of things. Let's deal with the Joyra before that becomes an issue. I don't think there's a 4-mana artifact that protects a creature, so I'm pretty sure that this is fine. Although they could put in, like, a sword, but then the sword wouldn't auto-equip, right? Ooh, Icy Manipulator. Icy Manipulator is a cool card. So I got this in the original Johnny versus Nicol Bolas dual deck. I'd say at the time Avacyn Restored had just came out, and I was me and my friends were playing back then, and my friend bought the Nicol Bolas versus the Johnny dual deck, and he was more like of a Johnny fan. So I ended up trading like a standard legal Avacyn Restored deck for the Nicol Bolas deck, because Nicol Bolas was such a cool planeswalker at the time. And one of the cards in that deck was Icy Manipulator. So we get down Kardum. I'm thinking about blocking, right? Mind Circuit is a card that is made for blocking. How many more do I have? I have 2 more activations. Like, we have to keep up our Village Rites for Sol'kanar, because we don't have the Thotha to get rid of him. So let's draw a card. I don't think we shuffled, so Thotha should still be like at the bottom somewhere. Because I think she was in one of the hands we shuffled away. So actually she could be anywhere. We definitely could draw into her. About to say, an elemental demon. What a cool creature type. So Jorah's gonna tap. I imagine that's what's gonna happen. I feel like our game 3 is gonna go a bit like our game 2, and that our opponent gets kind of stuck, and then we kind of roll over. One of the nice things about Village Rites, that's generally like a downside, is that the sacrificing is an additional cost, so even if they counter the Village Rites, the Sol'kanar still dies. And we've made our way up to 7 mana, so we'll actually be able to cast him again when the time comes. Okay. We're going to swing in with Sol'kanar. Going to swing in with Kardum. So they might block the Augur, but I doubt they're going to block the Sol'kanar. Do they have a 2 mana artifact creature? 3 power? No, okay. Let's deal some damage. I guess we had enough mana to do in Bolas's Clutches and Village Rites, but I kind of just Kind of just tunnel visioned it. My god, I almost lost my stop. Goodbye, Commander. You were a good lad. Oh god. I hope you have a removal counterspell opponent, because if not, this is gonna be not good for you. I'm gonna activate Jorah. Yeah. Uh, 2/3 for 3. Okay. Now discard 2 cards. I think I'm gonna dispute it. We kind of won the card advantage war. So I guess the Shambles dies. Yep, and that's it for us. Davriel is actually a really nice answer to Jorah. Although we might have to deal with Vidalcan. How much mana do I have? So if I use this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana left? Yeah. That's what I want to see. Alright, let's kill me a Jorah. Six mana artifacts coming in. Ooh, a Tramply Boy. That's artifact, not creature. The sooner you're gone, the better. And then I'll grab me a Vidalcan Archmage. Our Davriel's gonna die, but so they got a hauler. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to stop the... I don't know how their deck curves so well. Like, they always spend only 4 mana. So I could just, Liliana. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Mirror and Xander. So they're just gonna tap him down every turn anyways. So I might as well get rid of 2 creatures and an artifact. Probably should have waited to play my dagger too. I hope the manipulator goes away. But the hauler is probably the right choice, yeah. So our Ornithopter can actually wear the dagger. And flip into a good land, right? We can also Storm's Wrath away the board, too. We've been sitting on that for quite a while. Or have we? I think it was last game we were actually sitting on Storm's Wrath. Tap down my Ornithopter. Rude. Well, this is gonna get my Liliana killed. So I can actually deal with the... I can't deal with that. Darn it. Sol'kanar? Blood Artist. And Zombie? Draw a card. I don't know, this feels a bit like my Bolas deck, switched out with Sol'kanar as a commander. Yeah, I think Liliana still just dies. Unfortunately. But they do have to attack to get rid of her, and the second they attack, we can actually deal with the Skyscraper. Let's put 2 creatures in front of it so that we draw 2 cards and deal some damage. It won't save Liliana, but it actually gets us card draw, because as soon as she's dead, the card draw goes away. Rude. Don't think this deck runs much reanimation. Yeah, might as well. Cancel. Ordering is important. So we actually are making progress towards our opponent's eventual death. Woe Strider is going to give us another way to get rid of Sol'kanar so that they don't get a Sol'kanar. Like, they can't tap down all 3 creatures, and Dreadhorde Butcher is actually going to grow into a threat. We get Orrery down next turn. And I should have enough to draw cards with Orrery, which is actually really good. I have 4 colors? Oh yeah, I have a goat. Go ahead. Up to Smith 0. During their end step, we will Woe Strider away Sol'kanar. And then Butcher and Sol'kanar can actually just do the job. Pantheon can go to the bottom. Resolve. I think Jorah's days are numbered. Killer Pet did put up a really, really good fight, though. Black's just clearly the better color. So the way this works is we play our Sol'kanar. We go to combat. Yeah, we're gonna sack that. And they can go to the bottom. No attack. And then it's actually a Sol'kanar trigger that finishes the game. That's crazy. Wow. Those are some impressive games. Well, 2 3-0s in a row. That is probably a first for the channel. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.